What's up YouTube? This is Howlrunner from the Posable Plastic team, and here today I have something homemade to review. This is something I made from scratch, and I'll go ahead and just dive right into it. So I actually have a tutorial from step 1 to step 100 and whatever on the channel. If you want to go check it out, we have the link right here for you. And that actually goes over how I made this, so I won't bore you with all the details on this video. We'll just go ahead and check it out and admire it. Alright, so I guess first off I'll just start off by telling you how what I actually used on it. Most of this is actually just gravel I got from outside as far as the bigger pieces are concerned, and then all the smaller pebble-ish looking stuff is actually diorama gravel in different sizes that I got at Michael's, and all that really came together to make the perfect Mustafar diorama. And I was really trying to go for Mustafar in particular, that lava world, you know, really just rough, rugged, hot look, and I really think it came through, especially with the highlights I did, a lot of that cracking stuff, and all that actually it was kind of a last minute idea. When the spackle had dried and hardened overnight, I came back out and I saw all these white cracks, and so I decided to paint those in and give it kind of a lava-esque look to it, and that's kind of where that idea came from. Here's a really close-up look at the dirt ground level, the high ground that Obi-Wan had, and this is a 3 3/4 figure. He's got his boots in the dirt there. All this dirt is sealed with Loctite spray and Elmer's glue, so it's not going anywhere. And this stand is really great if you take away the lava. It's great for other things too. I mean, I guess the lava's good too, but you know. Here's some of the highlights. I actually mixed 3 different color paints to achieve that effect. And it's partly because I put so much spackle on there so thick to get that effect. And then a few areas of it I used gray spray paint to kind of give it just a little bit of a subconscious, you know, realism effect. Alright, now on to the lava. The lava was actually not that hard to do, it just took a lot of patience with the paint. It's made out of saran wrap and Great Stuff. For those of you who don't know what Great Stuff is, you can get it at Home Depot, or I think even Walmart has it. But it's a sealant that you use to fill holes on construction sites and you know, around the house and stuff like that. I used the blue can, but you want to use the red. The red is better. It doesn't foam up near as much. But yeah, this is what mine turned out to look like. And I'll pan the camera down a little bit. You can see more of it. And what I did was I started out by buying Rust-Oleum fluorescent orange, and I gave it just an entire coat of fluorescent orange. And then I went back over with just a really light spray of a dark red, and just did just a little tiny bit in certain areas just to give it kind of a cooled off effect. And then I went over with black all the way around, and then I sprayed just shots of yellow. And then to detail it, I used a model brush to just quickly rub around the yellow areas, and then crust over the big blobs that were just too obvious to ignore. And then you have the final piece of lava, and it weighs next to nothing. You can light this thing up. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to get the money together and do a whole light up kit on this thing, but for now it's not lit up. But yeah, that's what the lava does. And I actually did a whole little section of just black so that I can place Anakin and the hover platform firmly on the lava crust there. And you can do all kinds of scenes with this. You can do the scene I did, you know, you have the high ground, blah blah blah, or you can do this scene. This is a scene from earlier in the battle when they were both floating down the river. One's on the lava droid and then the other's on the shielded lava platform. And they're duking it out right before he jumps up. This is a scene from later in the movie. Most of you will recognize when the Emperor went to rescue Darth Vader. And he brought his 2 best shock troopers with him. Get a medical capsule immediately. He's still alive. I just gotta say, those shock troopers really contrast well against the backdrop, the ground. Predator figures go really well on this as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can check out that tutorial again if you want to on how I actually made this thing. And you can check us out on Twitter as well. Thanks again.